Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. So today we're going to talk about silver and gold. Let's get to it. There's a quote by Warren Buffett who says, "Be fearful when people are greedy and greedy when people are fearful." Now, right now, decentralized finance is all the rage, aka cryptocurrency. And when everybody and their grandmother is talking about things like Dogecoin, to me, that's a red flag. When grandma comes up to you, and she's gonna ask you, "Sonny, how do I buy Dogecoin?" That's when you know the bubble's about to burst. Right now, it seems like crypto is in a very similar situation as was the tech bubble in the year 2000. But again, this is not financial advice. I am only speaking to this from my own personal experience. It appears to me that if everybody is ignoring precious metals, and if everybody is going for the whole crypto thing, then maybe it's time to give precious metals a look. That's what a prudent investor would do, because I guarantee you that somebody is going to be the bag holder when it all crashes down. Now, again, I think decentralized finance is the future, but you need to hedge your bets. Now, this video was sponsored by jmbullion.com. They sent me some pretty cool Valcambi silver bars and gold bars. And I was talking to one of the marketing reps from JM Bullion. I said, what are your thoughts on cryptocurrency? I figured, I'd get like a very Peter Schiff response, which was very anti-crypto. And that's not the response I got at all. In fact, they're quite bullish on crypto, but like any prudent investor, they're diversifying, okay? And that's why they're in precious metals. Precious metals is well over a $10 trillion market. Precious metals aren't going anywhere. This is going to have value for my kids, for my kids' kids, for many generations to come. And cryptocurrency or decentralized finance is not going to change that. Yes, crypto is going to become a thing, but gold and silver aren't going anywhere. And when we're in these economic precarious times that we are in, when the currency is being devalued and the dollar becomes worth less and less, precious metals are intended to be a store of value. I don't consider them an investment in the sense that I plan on, selling it for more in the future. If anything, I hope it just retains its value, because in a market crash, in a Great Depression, the people who can basically retain the wealth that they have, those are the winners. Never mind, doubling or 2-3xing your wealth. It's all about, can you maintain your wealth throughout an economic crash? So for me personally, when everybody's focused on cryptocurrency, and gold right now is kind of a ghost town. Nobody's there, but the price is still stable. And I do think that this is an opportunity for people to get in there, because I could potentially see precious metals going up in the not so distant future. Now, like I said, JM Bullion has sponsored this video. They are a reputable source to buy gold online. When you're buying gold online, in my experience, the safest way to do it is through one of these major exchanges. JM Bullion has competitive prices. It's safe, it's secure, it's trustworthy, and they have a huge selection and inventory. Personally, unless you're a gold connoisseur, I would advise against eBay and buying things used. You could probably buy from your local shops if you live near a shop that sells precious metals. That's another alternative. And the only downside with shopping online is you might pay a little bit of a premium, but again, you get more selection and it's equally as secure. So why Valcambi? That is the question. Now, I think that the Valcambi, this is kind of like an MRE. Every prepper should have at least one box of MREs, just one box, to complement their buckets and buckets of rice and beans. Why is that? Well, if you were in an emergency situation and you needed to barter on the fly, something like this would be ideal. because you're paying a premium to buy it in this denomination, in this nice little fancy package that it's in, you're definitely not going to want to stockpile precious metals in this type of form because you're going to be paying way too much. If you're planning on buying a lot of precious metals, then you're going to want to do it either in coin form or in like a 10-ounce silver bar like this. This is maybe about 3 ounces of silver. This is 10 ounces of silver. There's going to be a spot price, and then you're going to pay a premium over spot price. Spot price is basically what the market considers the value of the actual precious metal at any given moment. So it's kind of like the price of oil. But as you know, there's a difference between the price of oil as it's traded on the market and the actual price you pay when you go to the gas station, okay? That's the premium you pay. So same thing goes with precious metals. You're gonna pay a higher premium for this stuff. Just like your one box of MREs that you need, just in case of emergency, just in case you need to barter on the go, this is something that I think is definitely worth pursuing. You can also purchase silver coins. A coin like this is gonna be about $38 USD right now. I think it's trading for roughly $50 Canadian. So $50 is a good amount to barter with. You know, you can get yourself some gas, some first aid supplies, maybe a few MREs, maybe even some toilet paper, okay? If we have another toilet paper crisis. Now, the lightest weight form of this, and these are actually more readily available, these are actually harder to find because people like to buy them, they're cheaper. This goes for about 150 bucks USD. Something like this, on the other hand, is 50 grams of gold. This is over $3,000 worth of gold right here, okay? And each one of these little bars on here is $50 or $57 more or less. I think this is ideal because it's compact, it's lightweight, and it's just a lot of value, which is universally recognizable, meaning that you can go to any country in the world and this will be accepted as currency. But contrary to, you know, different currencies, this will always have value no matter which time and era that you're in, no matter where you go, this will have value. So myself personally, I bought this Valcambi Swiss gold credit card probably about 2 years ago when the price of gold was about $400 less an ounce than it is now. So, you know, I mean, I've made a little bit of money. I've made the money back on the premium that I purchased it at. So even though you're paying a premium to get it in this form, there is a good chance that the price of precious metals is going to increase, especially now with the inflationary pressure on the market. So you can get that in the 50-gram denomination. You can get these in the 100-gram denomination. Now with this 100-gram silver Valcambi, my only gripe with it is that each of these little squares is only $1 worth of silver, more or less $1 USD worth of silver. So do you really need silver in such small denominations like this? I don't know, because at some point in the future, if you're one of these silver stackers who's really hopeful, you're thinking that one of these is going to be worth $10. Okay, you're thinking that silver is going to 10x. I honestly don't know if that's going to happen, but if it does, that's great. But you might want to consider something like this, which is something very similar, only here you're getting 10-gram bars, okay? So this to me seems to be a more practical amount that you could barter with. I think this is a winner when it comes to preparedness. The only thing that I don't like about it is that it's not credit card size. This Valcambi gold will actually fit in a wallet. It's the exact dimensions of a credit card in terms of the height of it. So it will fit in whatever wallet you have. This, on the other hand, won't. However, with these, you can break it in half, which is what we're gonna do right now. So it's never gonna look this good again because I'm not very careful with my precious metals. But as you can see, it's exactly 2 of these. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna break it right in half. We're just gonna bend it in half, just like that. Bend it all the way. We're just gonna bend it back like that, just like so. So now we got ourselves 2 silver credit cards worth Street value, about $75 US each, or 100 Canadian dollars each. As you can see, they'll fit perfectly in there. Now I have one of these cases here. This is just a wallet, a magnetic wallet. Some company sent me for review that I never actually reviewed. But you can put this in there like that. I think it's a perfect fit. That's just to show you that, you know, you can put this in any wallet, credit card size. Now I think personally, and I don't know if you can see the detail on there, you can see how detailed that is. The great thing about these Valcambi bars, in contrast to smaller unmarked denominations of silver and gold, is that they're official, okay? You can see it says on there 1 gram fine silver. That means it's 0.999% purity, okay? And it's very official. So that's what I like about Valcambi. And the same thing goes with the gold. There's a lot of detail on the gold as well. And even on the back, it tells you what it is. So if anybody was in doubt as to what they're getting, they may be more set at ease if they're offered something looks official like that. Now, myself personally, I'm not a huge stacker of precious metals. In fact, what you see here is pretty much what I have. But I think it's good to have a little bit, especially in today's market. And I'm strongly contemplating, and I've never really contemplated this much before, actually buying a larger amount of precious metals, not in the smaller denominations, because again, going back to the MRE metaphor, I've got my MREs now. It's time to consider stockpiling the buckets of rice and beans. And the equivalent of that in precious metals is these larger bars here. Now you can get really large bars of silver and gold. Oftentimes silver stackers will make the claim that there's more gold above ground than silver, but because silver is often used in industrial processes, so it's used right away. And they think that that means that the price of silver is going to skyrocket. But when you factor in all of the silver that's tucked under the pillows of all these silver stackers across the nations, I think that there's a lot more silver out there than a lot of people think. Anyways, you can get these combibars in smaller denominations. So you can get the 20 gram combibar. And this is a nice little size. You know, this is around 1,100 bucks USD. More or less, maybe probably about 1,500 when you factor in all the premiums. And you can get the 10 gram bar. So that's gonna be about $600 USD street value. The actual premium, I'm not sure. And then you can get the 5 gram, you can get the 2.5 gram, and you can also just buy 1 gram. So nice little denominations. I would say that you can never go wrong purchasing gold and silver. If you are somebody who wants to resell it in the future, you may want to consider investing in a stock which actually tracks the price of gold or silver. Or you could even consider investing in gold mining companies, silver mining companies. But if you're a person who just wants the actual physical stuff, then you can never go wrong. And I actually always say that you're not actually buying precious metals with your money. You actually have to get into the mindset that you're buying dollars or fiat currency with precious metals. Because remember, there's a reason why this stuff is stored in all the vaults in all the central banks of the world and is heavily guarded and protected by millions and billions of dollars in security. There's a reason, because this is real money. This is the only thing that's actually real. Independent, the government could collapse tomorrow. This would still have value. The dollars in your pocket would not. That is the most fundamental thing to keep in mind, that you're not buying gold and silver. Silver and gold is what you buy dollars with. If you can get into that mindset, then your awareness of how the economic system works is better than most people's. So go and check out jmbullion.com if you want to pick yourself up some precious metals. I personally think that in today's market, with everybody and their dog going into Dogecoin, that eventually that house of cards is going to collapse. Somebody's going to be left holding the bag, and people are going to gravitate back to precious metals. That's just my thought. I'm still bullish on Bitcoin, okay, long term. I still think that decentralized finance is the future. No doubt about that. But like I said before, a prudent investor will diversify, especially if you're a prepper. And to me, these are the Mad Max credit cards. So get yourself a Mad Max credit card, put it under your pillow, forget about it, and you'll know that no matter what happens, you'll always have something of value to trade. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what your thoughts on precious metals and the crypto market are in the comment section below. Canadian Prepper out.
The best way to support this channel is to support yourself by gearing up at CanadianPreparedness.com. The best quality products at the best prices. Use discount code SURVIVALPREPPER, all caps, all one word, for 10% off. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.